going on, guys? Matt Wachowski here at the Strength Shop, hanging out with Gun Club. We do have a lower body session today, and first we got to warm up. We're going to start with whatever gets you feeling good. As usual, we're trying to get a little bit of a pump, some activation, and some stretch. Our big lift for the day is going to be some squats. We've got medium intensity this week, not too crazy. So time to get prepared. First, we're going to do a TSS hack squat. What I do is I use a toe strap, a sled strap, anything, set it up to something fixed, and I can put it right behind my back, and it's just body weight squats, and I'm using the strap to hack the squat. I can keep myself in position, I can change my feet, it takes a little bit of pressure off, and I can move around. I'm using a slant board here. It's not absolutely necessary, but that slant board allows me to keep on a 90 degree. Because I'm leaning back a little bit, so if I was flat on the floor, my feet would be at like a 100-degree angle or whatever that would be. So I can sit back, move, I got my close stance, I can get my feet out in front of me to hit my quads a little bit more, wide stance, hitting different muscles, breathe. Another one I like to do is an overhead squat with kettlebells. This one gets me feeling really good, full body. I can't really do overhead squats too well anymore, so this enables me to still do it as kind of an accessory exercise. Bang out a bunch of those. And then I'm going to go to upper body. We did chest 2 days ago, so a lot of volume, feeling pretty sore, pretty stiff. So I still got to open that up because I'm going to be back here with that barbell on my back. So activating your chest and getting everything feeling good does help. So I use the foam roller and do a nice, good fly stretch. Boom. I'll kind of move around here with some additional weight. I'll change the angle. Boom. All that. Just play with it. Feel good. It's mobility. Back to lower body. I want to get the back side. RDLs, you can elevate your foot a little bit. I love Bulgarian split squats. You can elevate your foot a couple inches. Boom. You can elevate a couple more inches. Whatever gets you feeling good. Keep my back flat, really working those hamstrings. Everything's about 8 to 12 reps. Boom. Bang out a bunch of those. Do about 3 rounds of everything. And finally, I'm going to do some behind the neck pull downs. It's lightweight. I know behind the neck pull downs have got a bad rap over the years. It's one of those exercises that's always in the magazines. 10 exercises to never do. Tell you what, there's not too many exercises in the world I don't like. I don't think there's too many bad exercises per se. I think there's bad application. Using exercise at the wrong time for the wrong person. If you have healthy shoulders, you should be able to do something like that. You should be able to press behind the neck. If you want to be a weightlifter, you should be able to press behind the neck. You should be able to pull down behind the neck. You should have that requisite mobility. If you don't, if you have previous injuries, then it becomes a bad exercise. So there's no blanket statement. It's not black and white. It's not good and bad. It is dependent on the individual at a given time for the given purpose. Okay? So that's our warm-up. 3, 4 rounds of that, whatever gets you feeling good. You need more movement, do it. Then we're going to get into some squats. Now on these medium intensity days, we're going for a little bit more size, a little bit more volume. I'm going to change the stance of my squat. I'm not trying to perfect my max rep, I'm trying to change my stance. Sometimes with a wider, I change my shoes. I've gone on flat shoes today. I usually use my squat shoes, which makes it an elevated heel, a little bit more quad dominant. So today it's a slightly wider stance. Every inch counts. You're gonna ask a lot of people about that, but just little variations are going to change the way it feels in your hips and your back and everything. So make sure you're varying your sit-up. There's a quad smoker without much pressure on the low back. We trained back yesterday. Already did some back squats. So now my old ass needs a little bit of break on the low back kind of time. So that's an assistance exercise that's going to smoke your quads without killing your back. All right, last superset we've got a knee extension quad dominant exercise. We're going to do a sissy squat for this one. That's an exercise another one that might have a bad rap. If your knees are bad, you can't do it, don't do it. You don't have to do every exercise just because somebody else is. But it's one that I like and it blows my quads up. My knees can handle it. Years of doing deep squats, they're prepared. If your knees aren't prepared, they'll destroy you. So be careful with that one. And then I'm going to do an RDL with dorsiflexion. I like doing the RDLs with my toes slightly elevated. I get a good range of motion. This, again, it's a week with medium intensity. I'm not trying to go as heavy as possible. I'm trying to get some good volume in, so I'll do a couple sets of 10 to 15 reps, quads, hamstrings. I'll just do a couple reps here. I just use my little support handles here. I come up on my toes, go as deep as I can, full flexion of the knee, and I use the quads to stand up. I'll drive the heels back down, the heels come up. I'm only using a finger or two. This is just for balance right here. You don't even need to get full extension at the top. The magic is down here. My hips are in full extension, my knees are in full flexion, and extend. Trust me, a couple sets of 8 to 10 or so. Start lower, start with 3, 4, 5 reps. Work your way up, but they will blow your quads up. That's Tom Platz. Now with these RDLs, I actually like to change my foot position a lot. I'll pigeon toe, I'll duck foot, whatever you want to do. But again, I'm really focusing on getting the stretch here, and I don't even really care about locking the top out too much because I'm not getting anything out of the top. There's better exercises like hip thrust to get full extension out of the top of the exercise. But the RDL is one of the best to get a good stretch of the backside.